Yes, people, welcome back to AFTV. It's now time to predict the 11 for Sunday's game against Crystal Palace. I'm luckily joined by Laurie and Lee, the double L's. Oh, LL Sports and Lee and Laurie.
Lee and Laurie.
Lee and Laurie.
Lee and Laurie.
Oh, so now he's changed that, Laurie and Lee, straight. You're not Lee and Laurie, did
Yeah, he didn't like that. He wants to be the top biller. Yeah. He's a boxman. He wants his name first.
Laurie Lyle, you know what I mean? Like, there you go.
No,
just
not at all,
Lyle.
Lee, I've said
Lee
it
Lyle.
many times, Lee's one of my favourite people on AFTV. So are you.
So, man.
I was about to say that.
No, but Lee gets a special mention because we're closer in age. We see things
We see things the same
kind of way.
You agree to that, yeah? You two see?
No, we do.
We do, man. We do.
Well,
We've never fallen out.
I ain't gonna argue.
I've seen his boxing skills.
Yeah, same.
He's a good guy.
All right, let's run through. Let's do a predict 11 then on what we want to see for this game against Crystal Palace and what we think Arteta's going to go with. Obviously, some things are going to be big talking topics of the performance that we saw against Atletico Madrid. But we'll get straight into it. In goal, we all want David Raya, correct?
Yeah. But are we saying what we want?
Yeah, I want us to go for what we want, and then we can discuss if we think it's different to what you want, what Arteta's going to do, we'll discuss it.
Okay, Raya.
Okay, Raya in goal. There's not really too much to say.
Yeah, Raya in goal.
It's his favourite.
Yeah, he's definitely one of my favourite Arsenal players. Even that Rick the other day made me laugh.
Did you like him at left back? I'm not sure he's a left back.
Yeah, he thinks he's a left back. I mean, even that Rick the other day. I mean, okay, we kind of laugh at it now, but it was a little bit ridiculous what he did there.
Yeah.
But
do you know what?
That's what kind of makes him such a character, though.
He was trying to shield the ball off to let it go out off for a goal kick, but the ball it didn't quite make it. So at that moment, if I'm honest, if I was in his position, I'd panic as well. I wouldn't really know what the right solution
thing
for us to do.
He should have cleared it.
What, just kicked it to a corner?
Booted it into Rose there and run back.
Or even up the field, he had the chance.
Yeah.
He tried to be a bit clever.
Yeah, he did.
Listen, he got found out, we got away with it.
That's fine. All right, let's go right back. Any chance you don't want to see Ben White in there?
I'd love to see Ben White, but not for this game, Timber. I'll see.
Why is that? Is that because you're
not fit enough for this game? Like, he gets his match fitness against Brighton.
Oh, in the cup, okay.
Yeah, but for me, Timber.
I want to win that game against Brighton. I'm not saying
I do,
but I want to actually.
But Timber will need a rest. He's played 3 games in a week. But the good thing about Timber playing now is that he's had from Tuesday to Sunday, so that's enough rest for him to have. Timber for me.
Timber for me as well.
Timber for me as well. On form, best right back in the country at the moment in the Premier League.
Are we overhyping him or
no, the stats bear it out. You see him play every week. You know what he's about.
He's brilliant.
He's everyone's I would say most people's favourite player at Arsenal right now. He's definitely in that little group. But yeah, listen, shout out to Ben White, man. I mean,
he was a fan favourite as well.
He was. The fact that Timber's keeping him out says how good Timber is. It's not a reflection on Ben White.
No.
It's more of a...
We all love Ben as well.
Yeah. So Timber.
Okay, centre-back pairing, if fit and available, not saying that there's any doubt, but I just think I see players go down so often. I just don't know. I thought I'd mention that. Saliba and Gabriel.
100%.
Saliba and Gabriel, one of the no-brainers. You could get 100 Arsenal fans in here and ask them what the centre-back pairing will be, and I'm sure they'll say Saliba.
Okay.
Gabriel. Yeah. Again, that's no disrespect to Mosquera, and I do want to see Nkapie at some stage, but right now we've got business to take care of.
Yeah.
Palace are going to be. They're going to present problems.
We'll see him Wednesday.
They've got the big man up top. I heard you guys talking about him on the previous show. He's a handful, as we know. But these two, I'm very confident they can deal with him.
Yeah, and Wednesday, like you said, we got a League Cup game, which, they can play. He can play in that. In Nkapie, I'm talking about left back. This is where the conversation starts to thicken. Let's discuss.
It's interesting.
Who do you want to see? And then we can discuss what we think Arteta's going to go with. Is it Miles or is it Calafiori?
That's a bit harsh because we all love Miles. You know what I mean? I love him. You know what I mean? And I think he deserves to play.
Yep.
But Calafiori was outstanding, been outstanding this season, and for me, I don't think he's done anything wrong to be left out. Calafiori. You could say the same about Miles Lewis-Skelly. I think that performance on Tuesday was outstanding by him. But I think Calafiori for me.
Like Lee says, man, the judge said he loves him, but sometimes you've got to apply tough love. So as much as I love him as well, Calafiori this season has been really, really good. And the one thing where I see slightly edges Miles is that you're more likely to get a goal from Calafiori than you would than Miles. I think that's fair to say.
It is. I just don't know who's.
I love the way Calafiori. He's one of the few players in the team that is on site with him.
Yeah,
if it opens up, he's going to shoot, and SOS. I love that because I've still got that slight criticism about some of our players, insofar as when the game opens up, you're just thinking, yeah, man, shoot. Sometimes we don't do that, and it's a little bit annoying. The thing about shooting is, right, and I'm preaching to guys that know more about the game than me, played at much higher levels than I have, but what I've noticed about shooting is, if you take first-time shots, it's not always about whether it goes in or not. Sometimes you get the rebounds, you know what I mean? Things happen, you get corners. I'm a big fan of when it opens up, do not overplay, have a shot. And Calafiori does. I mean, look at that. I know it was adjudged to be offside, but look at the finish.
Yeah.
And he's got that in his locker.
You make a good point about shooting. I think, when I was, going through the ranks and they said you shoot early, the keeper can't set himself. That's you're most likely to get a goal. Even if it isn't as clean as you would want it from taking a touch, looking where you want to place it, the quicker you do it, the less time he has to set himself. So you're right. And Calafiori is that guy, he shoots on sight, SOS. I was racking my brains. We all love Miles. I think we all love Miles. But I think the manager will go with Calafiori as well. Yeah, we'll put Calafiori in there. You guys have swayed me. I do these predicted 11s and like to hear from your guys' opinions.
And not only that, as well, let's be honest, if the way the game is going on the day, the manager needs to make a change, he can do so confident in the knowledge that the guy that he's bringing on, the level doesn't drop, if at all. You know what I'm saying? He's just a different type of player.
Yeah, okay,
you know I mean? So
I agree.
That's the beauty and essence of having a deep, strong, talented squad. It's
interesting because I think Miles' strength is when he gets on the ball from left back and he drives through that midfield. What he does very well as well, he wins fouls, so he slows the game down by doing that. I think Miles is very good at, if you're in the lead and you're comfortable, you want to slow the game down, he's the one to start or to bring on. So I think Calafiori is more, like you said, more attacking, more direct.
You know the one interesting thing that I've noticed, right, and I'll be interested to hear what you guys think. I think both of them can be a little bit rash at times in their own different way. Like Calafiori loves a tackle. Sometimes he'll make a tackle, you think, did you really need to do that? He gets himself booked. And then with Miles, sometimes there's a tendency to hold on to the ball just that little bit too long, and you can get dispossessed in what I would call quite dangerous areas of the pitch. And that's an ode to his midfield days. Because he's a midfielder by trade.
For me,
but they're both brilliant.
I just think that Calafiori's been outstanding every game this season that he's played. That just gives him the edge at this moment in time. But listen, if you're going to put in performance that's going to make the manager think about it, that Mahal's done everything and more on Tuesday night.
That's brilliant. Let's go into midfield then, boys. Let's do the three midfielders. What you'd like to see. I'm still a bit stumped on it. Do you go with what you saw against Atletico Madrid? That's Zubimendi, that's Rice, and that's Eze, which is where my brain is right now. That's why I think you match that, and that's a strong midfield. Or do you mix up a little bit? Do you put a Marino in there? Do you put Ethan could go in there. There's some other options. A Norgard, do you get him to play this game? This is a big game. It's against Crystal Palace, a good side. What do you want to see in that midfield?
Same three.
Yeah, I think I'm there as well.
Zubimendi, Rice and Eze.
Same for me as well, and then we've got to remember that Eze is coming up against his old club. There's always a little extra bit of motivation when you're coming up against your old club. True, they will know what to expect from him, but I still think that's a wise move to put him in.
And I'm not saying he's in last chance saloon, I'm not saying that, but Eze's got to produce.
Do you know what? No, it sounds harsh the way he's putting it.
You've not been over impressed with him.
But he hasn't been
I've not
like setting the world alight.
No, he's not setting the world alight. Listen, we know he's a talent, and then I look back at some of his things that he done on Tuesday, go under the radar a little bit, like, you know. But if I'll be honest, I've expected more.
When you say more, what do you mean?
I just think like being involved in the game a little bit more, creating a few bit more mayhem and that, but which I think that he will do. And I think that if you really back him, you play him in this game, but you say to him he's got to produce, because at the end of the day, you know, I look at it and think Wanyeri, like, you know, as if I'll be honest, in the games that we played, not a lot of difference between the two. You know, Wanyeri's played very, very well when he's played there. But for me, Eze gets to shout and has got to produce.
The camera might have just caught me in deep thought there, because this whole Eze thing and returning back to your old club and playing against them, I don't know if that, you said it gives you a little bit of percentage of better performance. For me, it
I
can
said motivation.
It's motivation, but I also think it can potentially hamper you. I don't know. I feel like every time I play against my old club when I used to play, I don't know if it made me feel like, oh, I want to go to another level. It kind of made me feel like, I don't know. I think Arteta might look at this and think, we saw what happened with Rice at the beginning and how it affected him. This may not be the same. Maybe I'll try something different.
The other day.
Maybe I'll try something different. I don't know.
As a player, you've got to prove the point that you've left that club because you was gone on to bigger and better things. So you've got to prove that you're a bigger and better player.
But do players think like that, Lee?
Yeah, well, I did. You know what I mean? Like go and play better, and you know what I mean? Like you're playing with better players, it make you play better. So.
But did you leave your clubs when you were playing in a negative way or a positive way? Like Eze left in such a positive way that maybe
I like to think I left all my clubs in a positive way. I think Eze did as well. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to, as my dad always said, never burn your bridges. You know what I mean? And I try not to do that. Listen, Eze's not burnt his bridges with Crystal Palace.
So does that motivate you to then play against your old team in another level?
He's left Crystal Palace to win titles and win things. So you got to produce.
I'm with Lee. I mean, obviously there'll be a lot of attention on Eze.
There will be
for this game, and that in itself should make a professional want to, up their levels. And like Lee said, he's. For me, I really like Eze, but I would agree with Lee. He's not really hit the heights yet. I think we have to be honest about that. Sunday, gives him an opportunity to do that. He's coming up against players that he knows inside out. It's the same both ways.
Yeah. The other side with Eze is I didn't think he was very good against Fulham.
Yeah.
And I don't think he was. I didn't think he was okay. We're talking about being okay, not good enough no more. Like you know what I mean, like he was okay against Madrid, but like different opposition. Champions League. He's still feeling out all these things. Yeah. You know what I mean. So listen, Crystal Palace. If it's me, there's the dance floor. Go and dance.
It's interesting because Gyökeres. People have the eye on Gyökeres during that Atletico Madrid. They're very much looking at him. He then scored his 2 goals because before then he was doing okay, but he scored his 2 goals. So people then move their attention to the next summer signing. And that's you're right. I think it's Eze who was for me just okay, but we need more than that. It's interesting.
I think what it is with Eze as well. People have to remember is that even when he was at his Palace days, he can flit in and out of games. He's that type of player where he's quite a mercurial, what I call a mercurial player. So there will be times when you're thinking, where's Eze? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
then he will give you that moment
with a bit
of quality.
At Palace
and,
especially.
He will do certain things. His thought processes are different to a lot of players. So he will give you that slide rule pass, or he'll take on a couple of players and do something you think, wow, get you out your seat. He's that type of player. He's not more. I would regard Odegaard as someone that's more industrious. You can see it's more visceral. The running and the energy and stuff like that. Why are you laughing?
That's very the vocab is just.
It was very intelligent.
Thank you. See, this is why I like to deal with Lee, because Lee appreciates where I'm coming from. But anyway, to go back to the point. So a lot of what Odegaard does is very visceral. You can see energy, running, tackling, boom, boom, boom. Eze is not so much of that, but he will give you those moments where you think, wow. He's one of the few players in our team that can pull that off.
Yeah, call me crazy. I think Arteta doesn't start him, but I think. I want to see.
So who does he start then?
That's what I'm trying to wrap my brains.
Think it'll be
or
he won't start Wanyeri.
No one wants to see Mourinho in there.
He won't start Mourinho.
He won't start.
He won't start Wanyeri. I'll tell you that.
I just don't. I don't know why. I feel Arteta.
Why?
This is in my head right now. This is the same thing when I said about dropping Declan Rice, and I was told and it happened. I just feel like that's.
How long are you gonna die now?
No, I'm just. It's just something. Well, let's see. I could be made a fool here.
He's been dining out on that Declan Rice thing for the longest time.
I'm not. Anyway,
even a broken clock is wrong
twice. Yeah, to think about that.
You know what I mean?
That's all right.
Well, fair play. We'll see. Rice thing.
We'll see.
He's dining out.
We spent long enough on the midfield.
Okay.
Let's move on. We all want to see Zubimendi, Rice, and Eze, the same midfield we saw against Atletico Madrid. Okay, front three. What are we wanting to see, boys?
What I'm wanting, Martinelli,
Ooh.
Saka and Gyökeres.
Trossard did score against
But
Fulham.
I think he'll go with Trossard.
Sorry, say that again. Are you advocating for Gyökeres to be dropped?
No,
No, he said
Gyökeres.
Oh, you did say. Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay.
Gyökeres, Saka and Martinelli.
Oh, okay.
But I think that
he's going to go with
he'll
Trossard.
go with Trossard instead
I would
of
go with
Martinelli.
Trossard as well. And
You would go with
I would go
Trossard?
with Trossard.
What, you said Martinelli?
I would. Trossard scored the other day, and I think that what the manager's doing with those guys is it's obviously those two are battling out for the starting position. I think they're always going to play, but it's who starts. And I think
He didn't come on neither, Trossard, did he? Tuesday, so...
yeah, that's true. But
So
I'm
I
doing the
think
Premier
maybe-
League.
I think he's rotating it.
Yeah, I think he's
Martinelli will
rotating
play
that
Wednesday
position.
night, yeah.
I think Trossard. I don't know. I think with Martinelli, it kind of makes more sense sometimes to bring him on when the game is a bit stretched, and then you can get the most out of his pace and stuff like that.
They play a back five though, like Atletico Madrid did. So do you go off what you saw against Atletico Madrid? The same, obviously in different teams, but the same back five in the sense of that sort of formation. And Martinelli did in the end.
I think one of Martinelli's greatest assets is his pace, and his
100%.
explosivity. Now, if you're going to maximise that, it would make sense to bring him on when the game's a bit more stretched and people are a bit more tired and stuff like that. So, for that reason, I think you'll start Trossard and bring Martinelli on later on. I do think whoever starts, the other one will come on later in the game.
For me, I'd like to see Martinelli start. I'm a super fan of Martinelli. I also think he's earned his right off. Well, listen, Trossard scored against Fulham. Martinelli scored against Atletico Madrid. But I just think, like I just mentioned there, they play a back five. So did Atletico Madrid. If Martinelli can score there, he can probably do it again.
Listen, they
against
both scored,
Palace.
but the performance levels were completely different.
Yeah.
Like, I thought Trossard was not great, if I'll be honest.
Bar the goal.
Bar the goal,
Yeah.
where Martinelli was exceptional.
Yeah.
He's another one, by the way, Trossard. He's similar to Eze insofar as there are games when he can drift in and out of games, seemingly not doing too much. Then he'll provide that clutch moment. We saw that the other day against Fulham.
That's a great point.
That's true. I think Arteta probably will go Trossard as well, actually. But yeah, listen, we've given our 11s what we want to see. We've told you what we think Arteta's going to go with. Before we wrap, score prediction for the game?
I'm going Arsenal 2, Palace 0. I really do
well.
believe that we'll win. I think Palace will give us problems. Everyone's talking about Mateta. Don't forget Sarr. He's a good player.
Very good. Ismaila Sarr, very good player. It's funny. It's nice to see that all Arsenal fans that I've spoke to today have said that we're not going to concede a goal. We really do believe in our back line, and rightly so. So it's lovely to hear that. And also, before we close as well, of time of recording, Crystal Palace play Larnaca tonight. So that will also affect, well, it's a Sunday game, but that can have an effect on the performance and the players and their fitness.
They're at
Inter.
home. They're not travelling. Not a problem.
Yeah, that's what I think. Professional athletes, man, they can play 2 games in a week.
We done it Saturday and Tuesday. They can do it Thursday and Sunday.
And make no
There's
mistake,
problem.
they'll be up for it come Sunday as well.
Yeah.
They will be a
Because
big
they've only
game.
lost, I think they've only lost the one game.
One game. They've only lost one game.
And that was to Everton.
Yeah, a lot of draws in there.
And
but-
also with the signing of Eze, their players want to prove like you know,
That's a good point.
you've left us thinking you've gone for better things and we're going to prove you wrong. So it's a difficult game for that as well.
But I do think that the fact that we're at home, we're on this run at the moment, vibes are very good, the confidence is sky high at the moment. I just think we'll be too much for them, too strong.
Let's hope that is the case. Thank you for watching this Predicts 11 video. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell. Haven't done that in a long time. So you're notified when we upload. Take care, people. See you again soon.